So me and my family decided to go into this antique mall tucked away in downtown Tigard, Oregon. This is the area that I grew up in, but I had never been in this antique mall. My mother said she visits it once in a while, and it's pretty fun. They had a lot of spaces that had a variety of items here. You see a whole collection of Garfield. I love Garfield. Looks like they cleaned out maybe an estate that collected Garfield plushes and such. This was behind a display case. There were some empty spaces, so I think some dealers were moving in. This art was gorgeous. I don't know if the person that had the space painted it in themselves, but it was beautiful. This is the only way I like to buy art, is original art. I don't really like the art they sell like at Target and Home Goods and stuff, but when it's original paintings like this, I love it. It looks like they had a collection. Here they had this vintage panther planter, and I know my friend Yvonne Thrifty Rich loves panthers. This was a cool one. I think she has one similar to it. A lot of mid-century. This is really popular. They actually sell ones like these in Target, but this was a vintage piece, this wood carved seagull. But I've seen them like in Target before and Home Goods and stuff, so I think they're trying to replicate that. The vintage clothes were on point. This was so cute. I love the color combinations. I think it was homemade. A lot of clothes back in like the 50s and 60s were homemade. They had wonderful kits. But look at the coloring. It was actually a bigger size. A lot of times they're really tiny with like a 24-inch waist. The tumble stones were really nice. They were all marked and organized so you could see what you were buying. The prices were very visible.
Please do not
touch. Those were some carved stone pieces. So this
sign.
was all in one space. Actually, it's like a double space. And these were all newer pieces. I don't think they were vintage, but lots of beautiful stones. They were all marked. You can even read about the different stones and where they were found and where they come from. A lot of the crystals. Here he had some old baseball mitts. I know people collect these for their sports memorabilia.
They have a new mitt. And like, how old is that? Like
these
100 years
museums,
old.
But gosh, baseball mitts have come a long way. But look how thick that leather is. Whew.
It's so
I don't know
funny
if
to
that's
use
a
that.
catcher's mitt or a
On a real mitt, did you?
regular baseball mitt. My son was trying it on.
God, look at these.
But look at that, nice and thick.
Oh, that's cute.
And then we saw some Disney vintage pieces. My son doesn't look very happy, but he's showing the Disney Mickey Mouse piggy bank. And it was kind of tucked away in mid-century boho pieces. I don't know, looked kind of out of place. Oh, this was super cute. Look at this doll's outfit. Never been opened. Maybe someone bought it 40 years ago and just set it aside, never opened it. So here we have another panther. Again, reminds me of Yvonne Thrifty Rich. I believe she has a collection of them.
Like a little gnome.
Oh, this was super cute. I used to collect gnomes. I don't really collect them anymore. I just have plenty. But this was adorable. Little ceramic piece. Here's some fun jewelry. And there's my oldest son looking at some pieces. Oh, and he found a huge dinosaur. Is that from Jurassic Park? He always finds the good stuff tucked away. Oh, this is a cute Simpsons mug. And these can be quite expensive when you go to Universal Studios. I mean, that mug there at Universal Studios is probably over $20. Here's some fun Disney pieces back there. You normally can't find that stuff anymore. And brass. I heard brass is coming back. I don't know if it's still coming back. That was a few years ago that was coming back in style and just selling really quickly. I don't know if that's the case anymore. I haven't kept up on the trends and stuff, but there's always trends. Look at this old refrigerator, and they made it into a shelf. Isn't that creative? So they kept the top freezer part, but at the bottom they took the door off and made it as a shelf. That is so creative. I love that idea. Kind of recycling vintage pieces. They even has some old ivory snow soap. I think that was empty. Sometimes they're full. Sometimes you'll get the soap from 50 years ago. This section was really cute. A lot of Hello Kitty. Oh, Justin Bieber back in the day before all his tattoos. This room was really cute. A lot of girly, breakable items, but adorable. They got a bookshelf there. I liked how they displayed the books. And then we have this section here, which had a giant Darth Vader. My son looked at this. He likes it, but it's $325, and he didn't quite have that budget to buy it, but that's something he would definitely want in the future. These are really hard to find. Usually they're chipped or cracked. When you find these mid-century fishes, pick them up.
Oh, Mr. Bill!
Because people collect them, and they are hard to find. Who remembers Mr. Bill from Saturday Night Live, the claymation character? Oh no, Mr. Bill! I remember that. Back, I think it was from the 80s, 1980s, Mr. Bill. But here was a little toy, and I think it was a dog toy. So they're bringing Mr. Bill back from Saturday Night Live. And this phone was cool. Oh, if I could only save all my so-called retro phones from back in the day, I would have quite a bit of money. But somehow all those phones disappeared. This section caught my eye because it was filled with dolls, Barbies, My Little Ponies, Monster High. I think they had some other Strawberry Shortcake dolls, Cabbage Patch. I wasn't really in the market for dolls. I was kind of looking for Barbie clothes, but unfortunately, they didn't have any Barbie clothes.
I don't see any
The prices were a teeny bit high for their Barbies, I thought, especially for the modern ones. Some of them were priced like $10.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to touch
which I
it.
thought was a little high. Here's some vintage My Little Ponies. I can't seem to resell my vintage My Little Ponies right now.
All right, I thought they
So
had
I just
clothes.
kind of glanced at them. I didn't pick any of them up. And, oh, this space was getting ready for Halloween. I have a feeling that this space has all these fun, kind of Halloween-esque items year-round. They had crocodiles dressed as dolls and skulls.
Oh my gosh,
and
I have
spiders.
these.
And here
have
is
3
a
of them, but
gnome. I
smaller.
collect these type of gnomes. I did not buy
They're,
this one.
They're
I just didn't
trolls,
have the money for
Norwegian
it, but I
trolls.
do collect these Norwegian gnomes. They are so fun. Kind of reminds me of Jim Henson characters. You guys
Oh, it's a
remember Jim
bat?
Henson had a great imagination, so many unique characters. They had bats here that were framed, skulls that were framed. These would be great for Halloween. Those would be realistic eyeballs. So if you're looking for Halloween decor, this was a place to go. Anyways, this Barbie here was quite expensive, over $100. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching my video. Make sure to subscribe and to follow me and to check out my next video. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.